All right, y'all, so I just got through washing off my potatoes. We are using organic gold potatoes, and then I'm going to cut off any dark spots, any bruises, any sprouts that I don't want, and then do a rough chop. You want your potatoes to be cut in about the same size so they can cook evenly. Also, for the serving size, I typically use about 2 or 3 potatoes per person, depending on the size of the potatoes. These are pretty small, so that's usually what I go off of. And organic gold potatoes are the best to use because they have like a natural, buttery, smooth taste, and they're awesome for mashed potatoes. Okay, so to cook the potatoes, we are going to place them in a steam basket on medium-low heat for about 20 minutes until fork tender. I am going to spread them out so they are in a single layer as much as possible, because if they are stacked on top of each other, they may not cook evenly. If you can't do this because your steam basket is too small, no worries. You just may need to move them around in between cooking or cook them a little longer. So now that our potatoes are done, we are going to mash them with the potato masher. If you do not have a potato masher, you can also use a fork. It's just going to take a little longer. So I do recommend mashing them immediately while they're piping hot. One reason is because I notice when I'm multitasking, if I let them cool off or get to them later, it's harder to mash. Not too much harder, but it's harder to mash. And two, most importantly, the texture comes out a lot different in the end result. So I would recommend mashing them immediately. Now we're going to add some flavor seasoning to the potatoes. So we're going to start off with some vegan butter melted, about a tablespoon. If you haven't checked out my vegan butter recipe, check it out. It's quick, easy, and delicious. Next, we're going to add some chopped minced garlic. These are garlic mashed potatoes, so I use a spoonful, but you can use as much as you want or as little as you want. Next, I'm going to sprinkle some seasoning salt, followed by a little pink salt, a little black pepper, and now the secret ingredient, the vegan mayo. I'm using about a tablespoon of vegan mayo. If you haven't checked out my vegan mayo recipe, check it out. No soy, no nuts. It's delicious and quick. And the purpose of the mayo is, it not only does it make the potatoes very delicious and creamy, but also if you're going to serve them later, it prevents the potatoes from getting stiff. So next we're going to add some almond milk. I just eyeball it. As you see, all of the seasonings are pretty much eyeball except for the vegan mayo. And I'm just going to start off with a little bit and add as I need to. Then I'm going to take my electric mixer and blend them. If you don't have an electric mixer, don't worry. I just like to do this because it helps get out some of the clumps. And it also makes sure everything is incorporated and well blended. But you don't have to. You can use a spoon. Once everything is well blended, I like to go ahead and mix it up just a little bit more with my spoon. Now it's time for the taste test to see if I need to add any more seasonings. And I feel like it does need a little more seasoning, so I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more seasoning salt. Also, this time around, I decided I need to add a little bit of onion powder. I'm also going to add a little more pink salt. And a little bit more black pepper. And now I'm going to add the fresh herbs. So I like to use fresh Italian parsley. You can use whatever herb you want to, but I really love the taste of the Italian parsley in the potatoes. You can also use dried if you want, but the herbs do bring out the flavor a little more. Time for another taste test. And it's good. I don't need to add anything else to it. So voila, there we have it. Easy garlic mashed potatoes. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you can't wait to see my next vegan plant-based recipe, subscribe. Until next time, y'all, peace and love.